Welcome back, hunters. I'm the Survivalist, and we return to the Hunter called Wild, back on Hirschfelden, where we're just going to have some more free hunting and see what we can get. And we're returning to the Petershane, or Petershane region. With having gone for the geese and the roe and everything we did last episode, I'm kind of thinking maybe try and go to the south. But I gotta see how the wind kind of wants to work or work against us. Like, I don't think we'll have any more fallow deer around the little pond or lake here. I think their need zone time is well over. I mean, I could always do the sleep and let them come back around, but we got a fair bit last episode, so I'm not too fussed in sticking around here. We're probably going to head south, see what we can come across, and maybe see about trying to get some hunting done in the, cornfield. Cornfields or just general fields? I'm not too sure. We'll see around the wind turbines, maybe, if anything's roaming around down there. I do want to try getting a little bit more practice going after the geese and the birds, but for that one, I'd probably want to go back up to that spot there for it. Yeah, so for today, all we're going to do is just take out the same loadout as last weekend, the muzzle loader, the bow, and the shotgun, and just see what we come across and can go for. I don't think I have to worry about any real dangerous game now that we're not in bison territory. I mean, there still might be the chance we can come across some boars, but I think they're usually not that aggressive to you. Yeah, just slowly roam about and see what's going on. Actually, hang on, what time is it? You know what? I'm going to actually go back to the outpost, change the time of day, and maybe we'll actually aim for 6 a.m. Because there is a chance we might get red deer in the area because of them having their need zone here. So yeah, we'll go for 6 a.m., see if we spot anything in the other half of the lake there. We can try using the muzzle loader to take one out, and then we can embark with a brand new day ahead of us. That's one thing I'd want to keep in mind for when we do the weekends for the Hunter, is to try to get it so that we're going out at dawn. I do feel like the mornings and early day does have a lot more activity for what we're going for. The afternoons, I think stuff is roaming out and about, but it's probably more so they're fixated onto, like, single need spots, whereas morning they might go around a variety of spots more often. Yeah, let's hop in here and get a little bit of rest. I do wonder if that's something, how that would translate into, like, a hunting experience, would be, like, try to have some survival elements, like, you have to have so much sleep, you have to keep yourself with some food and water and stuff like that. I guess the closest example to that is basically how the Long Dark operates. And yeah, let's rest. But it would be interesting to have like a progression system for a hunting game. Ooh. Okay, we did have something make a little bit of noise over there. So it might be the case the red deer are over there. Because I don't know what else would have been making noise in that direction. Yeah, shoot, doesn't look like anything. I don't know if that call came before we went to sleep or afterwards, because it did seem like it faded out pretty quick. And unfortunately, I'm not seeing anything moving into the area either. I don't know if I should pop a little bit of a squat here and just keep an eye out for, like, the lake shore and if anything does appear, or move us along to something else. You know what, I'll give it a moment or two, because again, it is... it does say 6 to 10, it is only 6 now. It might not have the animals, like, do their things while you're sleeping and, like, fast forward how they move and such. So maybe they are on their way here. I just have to wait and give it a little bit of time. Because, I mean, this is actually a pretty prime setup for if the red deer do come in from over to the west there. I can see them come in. If they all go down to the water's edge, I can probably take my pick of which one I'd like. And thanks to the power behind the muzzle loader, we don't really have to worry too much about not being able to make a long shot. Although we will put the correct ammo in case we do have the red deer show up. Now, I know this isn't the only need zone they likely have, but Doesn't hurt just to be ready in case. I can't remember how big of a herd it said was over there when we were exploring. I almost want to say it said like 6 or something. But if we check... Yeah, the others are all like 10 a.m. for those. There was a spot I missed down there. Maybe actually, if the wind allows, maybe we'll go in from Petershain towards Königsberg. Just because that area of the map is completely dark and I haven't been there, whereas I've been to a lot of the other areas, oddly enough. I don't really think I've covered that much ground, but apparently I have on Hirschfelden. I guess maybe just driving around on the ATV trying to hit the lookout towers and such revealed a lot. Yeah, we'll just keep waiting here a little longer. I don't know if maybe we'll hear or see something poke through the bush in a little bit. And the wind isn't too bad for if I do want to work straight west. It is aiming more to the south right now, so if that holds steady, we should be for a decent day ahead. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything working its way in or roving or what have you, so I'm thinking we'll be on our way. It'd be different if I at least heard a red... Actually, you know what? Let me try that. Even if I just got a call provoked and it comes from that direction, then I at least kind of know, okay, maybe it will be worth hanging around here, but... Yeah, if nothing does sound out, we won't spend... Ooh, my bad. Forgot I was in that stance, or I should say that speed. Still, one little thing I would love to have is a little extra attention or detail is just, you know what your movement speed is set at without having to actually move. In case you've accidentally left yourself in a run or not. But I didn't hear any calls, so we'll follow this trail off into the woods a bit and just see what we come across. This might be a good day for shotgun hunting if we're going to be into, like, pretty dense and tight stuff like this. I mean, I don't know how I'd feel about, like, shotgun hunting. I can understand for birds and such, that's probably your best bet, so that way you have the pellet spread for getting them down. But, like, when it comes to going after, like, deer or something, I feel like if you were going to, like, harvest and butcher the meat, you have to mind all the little pellets that could be in there and trying to figure out how to get them all out or where they've embedded. Like, I think it's very damaging to the animal and such to use a shotgun for it, but it is also the case if you do that, you're likely going to have it go down from a decently placed shot too, as long as you use the correct type of ammo as well. Given you have the birdshot, buckshot, and slugs, you want to use the right thing for the right time. No, still got something in my throat that's just kind of been bugging me since I did the angler recordings. Yeah, just for how the times of days have gone, it's been easier to do the anglers because they're shorter videos than the hunters first thing off. So as much as you guys see them come out hunter first, then angler, it's actually backwards for how I do them for recording. At least for like recently. It used to be I kept things pretty well in line where it would be the anglers and the hunters and the Wednesday, Friday, etc. But I've had to adjust the time and scheduling a little bit. Squeeze in things where I can with such. Maybe I could try things like the Roe Deer call and such. No, actually, we do have a rest zone over there, so you know what? I doubt anything is still over there, because it probably would have fled off by the time I'm here. I just want to see what species or what animal it registers was over here. Well, looks like maybe 2 or 3 members of whatever group this was. I don't know if it's like row or 4 or something else, maybe. I almost want to say feeding. No, it is a rest location. It was for fallow deer. But it's pretty short time span for that. Only from like midnight to 3 in the morning. I thought usually the need zones were a bit longer than that, but I guess it depends on type and species. Okay, good to know, but I don't think I do that much night hunting in the series. Just because I've never been a fan of it, because you need to use the your headlamp or your torch or whatever you want to call it in order to just be able to see the tracks at night. And with how YouTube is for like its darker shades, darker coloration video and compression, that's not the prettiest thing to try watching. But yeah, it is a pretty nice, tight little area here. It'd be great with a lot of cover and to pull something out and in towards you, but I don't have anything I know of that's in the area to be able to work with right now. As much as we do see, like, the tracks, I think I'm either going to have to spot one from a distance, which I do lean is a bit unlikely, or we'll hear a mating call or even a warning call go out as we're stepping our way through. It actually looks like the wind is kind of working with the direction of the trail. As we're steering our way up north, the wind is now blown to the west. Oh. It is just a fallow call, but you know what? There might be a possibility. Yeah, I'll see about getting up top of this hill and just try to call that in. It's possible there's a stag with that hind that called. I don't know if I should be trying to use like the stag, the stag and hind. I swear I know what I'm trying to say. It's just the brain, like, spaces out after it. Connotations, I think, would be the word. I don't know if I should use those for, like, naming convention while we're here, or I should just, like, do buck and doe. Oh. Okay, there's a red deer I was not expecting to see. But it is just a doe, so it's not... hind. Actually looks like just coupled them. Yeah, I don't see any stags with them. I'll try going a little closer and... It's like we are... And we're not that far from the other need zone, so it's not... Oh, and we also do have a roe calling out, although... My guess is on the other side of the hill for, like, where it's saying it came from. Ooh. Well, that's a nice-looking fallow. I don't see anybody else with him, though. I didn't think we'd have just a lone one on his own like that. If that's the case, I might want to get him using the bow and arrow. Yeah, the 420 grain should be good enough for him. He is just a fallow. I don't think I'm going to have a lot of great cover, but I should be able to pull him in close enough. Again, apologies. I'm not sure what's up with the throat. It's not like I have a cold or anything, but I guess just something is not wanting to budge. Let me try to get as close as I can to the trunk of the tree here and... Okay, shoot. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to do any other calls right now, thanks to her being right there. Oh, hang on. Okay, there's one right there. He's back there. I wanted to use the bow and arrow. You know what? Maybe I can use the bow and arrow still. Just gonna have to wait for him to get into a better position. Like, they didn't actually go running off for, like... I can't tell if he's still up there or not, because, like, now I can't spot him. What the hell? He is right in there, isn't he? Where? Did he just disappear on us? Because, like, he was in front of that. What just happened? Did he, like, despawn? I was like, we saw him coming right in. His silhouette did vanish. I'll admit that. But he should have been in front of that boulder, so it's not like he was coming in behind it. I think the game literally despawned it right before our eyes. And I don't know why it would have done that. Yeah, everything is just gone right now. It's not like time of day really changed, so what the hell caused that? I feel like that entire fallow herd just gone out of existence, because, like, I'm not hearing any of the females coming around or any other footsteps towards us. Game literally said, no, you took too long, this doesn't exist anymore. Like, what the hell? Well, you know what? I'm going to head back, try for maybe that Red Deer need zone. See if maybe they're there, since the wind decided, since I'm going up this way, it's going to go that way too. But yeah, that's... Game just decided to take out the entire herd there. I don't know why. I'm not sure if it's like time of day changed and something registered to reset them, or... Because it wasn't like they all ran off. We heard them trotting their way along, and none of them were, like, super spooked. And yeah, it's still early, so they shouldn't really be any need zones they'd be heading to that direction, as far as I know. That is the strangest thing. I don't have an explanation for that. I'm not sure if that makes me glad or a little disappointed that I didn't rush the shot. I was like, if I rushed it and I shot just as it vanished, I would have been more annoyed with it, but considering I was still just trying to get set up, it's not too bad that it happened. It's still strange nonetheless. You know, I'll have to be a little careful as we're coming up towards the lake. I don't want to go too fast, because I don't know if they'll be more attentive as they're trying to get a drink, or they'll be a little more preoccupied, so I could take some time to be moving at a full, like, stand like this. It is highly possible that there aren't even any red deer there as well, but I figured... Let's just go back while we're not too far, and I can try to reassess what I want to do. Because apparently going south might be the best bet for today with how the wind swooped its way around to beat our back again. Again, I don't mind if the wind does have, like, some fluctuation to it, but I feel like there should be more of, like, a prevalent trend of how it's going to be blowing for the game. Like, give it a sway of, like, say, 90 degrees total. So, like, if it's blowing straight east, it can go... Ooh. Okay, that sounded pretty close. So we do know we at least have some options up ahead. Yeah, that said 90 to 130. It still came across as pretty loud for that distance, but that's why I wanted to be ready to drop down, just try not to push too hard. Like, my guess, yeah, everything's probably blocked behind the trees and such there. Can't spot anything from here, so I think I've got to try going closer to... maybe if I work my way more to the left, I'll get a better line of sight down the shore and can see them. Or at least see the one that's there. We've got at least one stag down there. I have no idea what kind of group he's with, though, if he is with any. Yeah, it's so thick down there I can't see anything. Oh, okay, well, we do have a hind drinking down there right now. Maybe as I keep getting over, we'll start seeing more. But one of the things about the need zones is... I think they're more tied to, like, being a radius around a marked spot on the map. So it's not like they'll come all to the water's edge for a drink. They can actually be in proximity drinking, but not actually at the water. But yeah, we'll get down here and try to glass and see what we spot. Mythical. Okay. Well, you know what we're going for. I don't know how many times I've seen a mythical animal in the game. I think only once, and that might have been for a diamond rank. Even then, I feel like I've never seen mythical. But I am very glad I came back here if that's the case. Holy crap. Now, I don't know how well I got him. So we're just going to walk over and see what we find, but I mean, as much as it would be amazing to say you got a mythical using just a bow and arrow and got that close, I'm going to take this harvest no matter how I got it. If it is a harvest. Because again, it was behind quite a bit of bush and such. So I think it was a clear shot through it with that muzzleloader, but I don't super know. Hopefully we'll see the outline appear in just a moment or two as we're closing the distance. Oh, I think we've got him. A mythical red deer. Just by complete chance. If you guys don't believe I have dumb luck, this is another example of where it just came to be. Like, let's take a look at you. Just a gold, but yeah, I mean, the antlers are a little weird come the very tips. But that is definitely a taxidermy one right there. So I think it must be difficulty 9 is where it completely tops out, and I think that is where you'll get a diamond. But pretty clean shot. I didn't want to aim too close to the heart, just in case I did mess that up, so it was a bit high. But yeah, that is perfect to get. Oh, and I've got... Okay, something else called from back there, but I don't know if it was, like, running off or still in the area. I don't know if I should wait or... No, I don't think I'll wait around here. The wind, once again, decided to take quite a sweep over that direction, so... A little bit of a slow episode since we've only gotten our first animal now, but I think it's safe to say that that makes up for it. I do wish it was just a little bit better scoring to probably have broken into the diamond category. But, I mean, that is still a glorious gold. And yeah, that's fully reloaded. So we'll hike and start into some new area. I think, again, as I was saying before the interruption from the red deer there, have it so that way there's like a 90-degree range for like it could go to. So like if it's facing directly west, it can go up to 45 degrees northwest, and then 45 degrees southwest. But kind of keeps that way, whatever there is like a defaulted direction for the day, it can't do like a full loop around in a circle on you for like what feels like it has 360-degree range of motion. I still also like the idea of like prevailing winds, so if you're on like a northern hemisphere map, things are more blowing from west to east, and if you're southern hemisphere, it's more east to west, but I could see, because you might not always want to have the same approach of having to do that, why it's not a steady thing. It's like basically puts you at complete disadvantage if you were to try to go westwards on the map. But yeah, we'll get back to original idea and I guess work our way down south here. Or maybe we'll go north instead, because once again, the wind is flipping around. I could have sworn it was just directly west of us, like the other side of the pond there. And we'll go out towards the fields and such that way. See if we can hear or find anything out in that. We still do need one more Roe Deer, and then that'll knock out the mission we've got on the go right now. And then maybe we can see about having more like directed pursuit with something else unlocked. Oh. Okay, you know what? Let me switch out the scent lure for the fox call. And I'll see about getting into a little bit of cover, and maybe we can pull her out for another harvest. I'm kind of leaning to maybe wanting to use the shotgun for her. Actually, never mind. It'll probably have to be the bow, as the shotgun does not go in that low a caliber. I guess Fox just fill up that little niche of being a little too small for its smallest powered shot. As his bird shot right up to buckshot, so 2 and 3 are out of reach. But that's where the versatility of the arrowheads come in. Although I guess technically it's not the arrowheads, and I feel like grain refers more to the weight of the arrow shaft than like the arrowhead on it. Maybe mistaken on that, but I think that's how they're weighed. And then, of course, a heavier arrow shaft does mean more power is behind it when it's in motion. Okay, I don't think I pulled it too far forward. I am a little surprised it's not saying we're getting any cover bonus from being where we are here. Oh! And we got a fallow. Okay, looks like, yeah, it might just be the one eating out there. Oh! And we also got pheasant. Oh, that's something I can try picking up from the storage if we're back to another spot soon. I forgot I didn't have a pheasant collar with me. Yeah, I better use that just in case the wind decides to dick with me a little more. So we'll see if we can get him in just a moment. Might even just be simplest to use the muzzleloader on him. But I'm kind of surprised it is just him on his own. I thought fallows would at least travel in pairs, but I guess there are some bachelor stags around. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing the, that red fox ain't coming out too quick. I don't know, maybe if she did get scared off after the warning call, or maybe she's off to a needs... Oh, I can actually see the pheasants out there. Hang on, that one looks like it's pure white, so I'm wondering if that's like a special coloration. As it does stand out quite a bit compared to everything else over there. Yeah, he's still feeding there just fine. I don't know if that fox is going to show up or not. I feel like with having done the calls we have and nothing... I'll keep blowing work... Oh. Of course, now she shows up. She's just taking her sweet time. But I guess I can't blame her for being a little wary. Just make sure, yeah, that's 1 and 2. Yeah, she's alert there. I might be able to try to get her through that. I think I did. Oh, we also got a new mission, apparently, for doing that. And that was a mission complete, too. Oh. Oh, all we had to do is... Okay. Yeah, I won't worry too much about that. I'm just going to see... Now, I don't know how good of a hit that was. So we'll just come inspect... and see if maybe it was good and she's gone down just a moment or two. We'll sweep up to try to just get a nice easy shot at that fallow. Because it sounded like it did connect with the fox, but I don't know if it was like a really good connection or not. I was hoping for a lung, but I don't know if I managed it. She was further back than I thought she was. I thought she was just, like, right up here. So my guess is she's probably gone for a ways off. Oh, and that's another fox, too. Yeah, that wasn't a good hit. I'm guessing... I wonder if maybe because she was behind the tree... I registered that as, like, what the distance was for taking the shot I did. Okay, so I gotta figure out... Damn my ethics, but I am going to follow this up until we can find her. I know I've talked in the past about how I should probably just let it go, but... I still hate myself for holding myself to a better standard. Even if it is just digital and such. It is possible, too, she's... I mean, it is just a fox as well, so she might not go and last too long from it, but still. And then this is at least the direction for the pheasants, so I might be able to use either the shotgun or the bow on them. I should probably lean just to the shotgun, though. You know, it seems like the fox might have ran right by them. Which, I mean, that is one thing that's both helpful and a little weird for a hunting game, too, is to have, like, prey animals not get disturbed when there's, like, a predator in the area. It's like, if a fox did bolt close to these birds, I would have expected them to have all flown off and be worried about it. But yeah, I'll just keep going slow and low like this. And just try to see. God, still saying very low though. Yeah, I must have only hit like maybe along her leg or something. Makes me wonder if maybe even that other fox was the same one. Yeah, that says fresh. So we are kind of on her trail. I'm just not seeing the next stop of it. I don't know if she kept going back this way to the woods or she turned off in another direction. Yeah, there's you there. It is just a female, so I'm not super... Ah, shoot. Okay, you know what? Let me get back to this, because apparently spotting also takes us off the highlighted trail. Because I did see... Okay, no, those are tracks from something else over there. Okay, we got another bit of blood here. Like, she just stands completely out there. Although, the other ones do look like they are a bit gray as well, so maybe it's not as much as I first thought. Yeah, I'm going to have to use the bow. It's the only thing I've got that's, like, fair enough weapon class. I'm just hoping maybe with how slow I am going, she'll calm down. We might be able to spot from afar and try to pull her in for another attempt. Like, with enough time, that will take her down this shot we took, but... Well, I say that, but it's still not even showing it's dipping down below the 75%, so... I do need to be more careful. Okay, that's saying old, so it has been a while since she ran through here. I don't know if I want to stand up and try to follow along, or just kind of do a speed... Yeah, we'll do a speed crouch, just try to. Keep some pacing, but not cause a flee like that. I was trying to see if, like, which direction she went off to, but... Okay, looks like she may be going more so to, like, open field there. As long as I can try to get to a fair point where I have some decent visibility, it won't be too bad. But it is going to take a little bit of time. It does say she has gone down to a trot, so maybe we'll be able to start calling her back in towards us soon. Oh, shoot. Yeah, see, I have an option to spot something over there, so I don't want to... It could well be her. So let me try going back a little bit. Or finding a spot I can try to find some sort of cover. And just see what it is I can spot. See, I can't tell what it was. It might have been her, because there are her tracks right there. But I don't know if they're coming or going. It looks like they might actually be going away. And at least one nice thing about trying to follow with the hunter is if you spot animals, you do get information on like what their total health is. So you know which one is the one you did truly wound if you're trying to spot from afar. I'm kind of leaning that that might have been her that we had the option to spot. As the tracks look to be around the same location. But I didn't hear any fleeing, so I'm hoping... Shoot, that says run still. So I think I might have just spotted her and then she bolted. This might be the point where I have to admit that she's off and gone and we won't be able to follow up. I guess we can follow up and at least maybe see what that fallow could be in the distance. But I really gotta get better with the shots. Like, one of the issues is I won't know where my shot actually placed on her unless I find her. I don't know if... No, we got a row right there. I wonder if she's the only one at that spot, or there's another. Yeah, I'm just going to take her because she is right here. It's not really that far off of the tracks we are following. And that does at least say we got the mission completed, too. Well, the one thing I have been noticing a little bit when it comes to, like, trying to follow up with wounded animals, there's a fair chance that a lot of the times they actually come back on their own tracks they went off with. And that's the reason why I think I've been spooking quite a few of them. Is I'm trying to track up and follow along, but then they're working right back, and they pick me up before I realize it, so... Might be a case I should be a little more careful as I do try to track, or even just wait and see if with enough time, they come back to me. But let's collect her. Yeah, right through the lungs. Decent shot.
Impressive. Seems like the scent did the trick. I'll pass on the results to Zomel. I just heard from Gerlinda. She's a bit worried about her son Eric. He was outside playing, but should have come home a while ago. He's probably just being a kid and lost track of time, but if you happen to be
Damn,
at
4,000 for that.
I was wondering if you could have a look around? He likes to play around the cabin in Rattenfeld, so that would be a good place to start.
Okay, Rathenfeld. Oh, well, that's way down here. Well, I guess we have a direction for next weekend. We'll probably stick around here for this weekend just to, again, see, possibly try and clean this up. And then go further along. God, I really... There's a point where I gotta say I just have to care less about, like, what I'm doing. It's like trying to follow up with this. And still a run. I guess we'll keep going and just try to keep an ear out and see what we can, too, on the way. Like, with the way she's going, I'd love for her to just be starting to come over that hill, then all I gotta do is basically get into a good spot. Different hill, but you know what? I'm pretty sure that's her. No, that's a completely different fox. Although she should go... I mean, I guess I should have specified which fox I was after, because it was technically a fox. See, that's how I wish the other one had went. But I feel like that one, I might have put the shot possibly a little too far back. You gotta give a little bit of lead if you do shoot at something while it's walking and you're using archery equipment. But I don't know how much lead you really need to give. Well, actually, I didn't really need to... I placed that pretty well, but you can see it really doesn't penetrate deep with the small game arrows. That's one of the reasons why it's probably taken so long to try to get this one down. But I am surprised that I got as close as I did to her. Fox are usually really skittish, but being able to still stay like that crouched and sneaking up. And then I got this one that's gone bolting off and I can't see any trace of. But it did look like the health did drop a little more again. Oh, actually, that's a really good sign up ahead. So it looks like she did run out into these more open fields. Oh, speaking of open field. Wait, pheasants? Oh, okay, there's footprints right here. That's what that is. There's probably a pretty low chance of it working, but I'm just going to see if I can try to call her in, since the tracks have slowed up a fair bit there. Like, I don't want to try pushing too hard and she's just, like, on the other side of the hill. And because I'm a little too impatient after taking this long, it sends her off even further. Oh, are you going to count as cover? Thankfully, you do. Yes, you know what? We'll stay here for a couple of minutes. See what happens, and then plan out from there, depending on the results. And aside from those deer there, I don't think there's anything else I can really see out in the open. I think it's just a 3 fallow. Yeah, looks like a structure or something over there. I mean, it is also possible, too, with how long I've been taking, she is just down somewhere ahead, but I think the last blood trail we found right there only said like 25 to 50, so she still might be moving about. But again, I'm super surprised at that other one, how close we got and like no notice from it. Yeah, I'm not seeing nothing, so you know what? We're going to look at pursuing. It does say 25 to 50 on that. Okay, so she got to a run at this point. And I don't know if that's running more up here or it's... she started to walk. We'll probably try to get her as like our closing thing for today's episode. If we can, because, yeah, it might be a ways still with how slow the bleed-out rate is. Okay, let's see. Does this one still say 25 to 50? Or did this drop again? Still 25-50. Oh. Oh, wild boar. I was trying to figure out what the heck is laying there like that, looking dead. So we could try getting the boar next episode. Come back down from where we... I say that, but of course the wind's kind of blowing that way. Oh yeah, she's still on a run. Or at least the tracks at this point still say she's running. Still saying very low bleed rate, but at least we're at a top of a hill, so I have some vantage. Well, fallow was right there. But I'd rather it be that we startled off than the fox, just because of... Oh! I can't tell if she's down. Yeah, I think she is. I can't spot her, and that's a bit of an unnatural pose to be, like, resting in. I want to see how this shot says it connected. Like, is it too high, too low? Just give me some idea of reference for, like, trying to place. I've gotten all right with knowing, like, the general area to be aiming, but I'm wondering if I should just keep focusing on trying to hone in more on the heart shots. Because even if I do miss those, they usually overlap with the lungs a fair bit, so that'll still be a vital hit. Yeah, they're 0 to 25. Yeah, there she is. Oh, this took a while to go through. And I was doing so well for a while there, too. We didn't really have anything that was like these mess-ups that would take a long, long time, but... the streak, I guess, had to break eventually. Let's take a look at her and apologize for this mess. Placement wasn't bad, but the penetration is the problem. Because if that actually had more power behind it, it would have taken the lung. So I actually didn't do too badly off. But I should have been aiming a little further back, so that's what I gotta remember. Not too far forward because you'll hit the shoulder blade, but a little bit back and you would have gotten the lung. Okay, that at least makes me feel better that the placement wasn't bad. Well, placement was bad, but it wasn't like I completely missed where I was aiming. It's just the arrows don't have enough strength to reach through where I needed. So yeah, with that long trek done, we'll end today's episode for The Hunter Call of the Wild right here. Thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of the series. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. Until I see you all in the next video episode, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.